It's Saturday, October 5th, 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. As always, please remember to like, share, make sure to hit that notification button down below. I want to get right into things today. Jotted down a bunch of notes this afternoon. Been watching a lot of videos last night, watching videos this morning on this Hurricane Helene and people who have basically been left on their own. And there's some things to learn about this. I want to get into more details about this because I cannot believe how these people have literally just been forgotten and left on their own, left literally to die, to starve. There's people with medical emergencies, injuries, people who have not eaten in days, and nothing is being done. But I want to start out by saying this. We have talked for years about preparation, food, water, security, barterable items, gold, silver, cash. I will say right now, cash is king. I would put even above that, if your house wasn't washed away. I cannot believe how many people who still are living in a structure, a house, and have no food or water. Many people just were not prepared for an emergency. They were not prepared for a disaster. And I'm not condemning these people in any way, shape, or form. This is a travesty that has happened. I think that there has been major laws broken here. I think people need to be highly accountable for letting these people just fend for themselves. But this is a stark reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that you cannot rely on the system. The system is not coming to save you. Your Bitcoin is not going to save you. Your credit card will not save you. Your debit card will not save you. Right now, people, if they have cash, they can buy stuff if the stores even have anything on the shelves. But I mean, watching these videos over the last 48 hours, people can't even go to an ATM because the ATMs don't work. They can't do any online banking. Their internet is down. Their credit cards are worthless, useless. Debit cards, useless. If you go to a gas station and they have gas or diesel, they're only taking cash. If you go to a grocery store for food, for water, they are only taking cash. That is it. Their systems are down. They cannot do any financial transactions unless you have cash. Credit cards, cryptos, debit cards, it doesn't even matter at this point. Cash is king. Now, I'm sure you could probably go to a farmer. If he had some food, he's going to take gold. He's going to take silver. If his farm is even there, if his cattle is there, if his house is there, many of these structures have been completely washed away. It's getting so bad. I was watching a video today, multiple videos, where people, good Samaritans going down trying to help people out, feed them. Their trucks and trailers are being robbed. Again, we've talked for years about having security. If it's this bad in rural parts of North Carolina and Tennessee that they're robbing trucks and trailers, could you imagine if we had a major earthquake in Los Angeles? If grids went down in Los Angeles or a big city, what do you think you would be dealing with? If they're robbing trucks and trailers at this point in rural parts of the Southeast, can you imagine what the cities would look like? But right now, you have a chance of being robbed, especially at night, they said, on these rural roads. If you're coming in to help people, you have a very high likelihood that you could be robbed. So security is a must if you're traveling in these areas, especially at night. So this has been a complete eye-opener. And it's just reinforcing what I've been saying, what all of you have been saying, that you better be prepared for all hell to break loose. You better be prepared for the worst case scenario. You better have food, water, security, extra batteries, knives, tools, all of these things. So very, very valuable. And you better know how to use this stuff. You better have the skills. You better have the assets, because all of it's worthless if you don't know how to use this, if you don't have the skills. They said, you know, a lot of the grocery stores have been wiped out. So this weekend, maybe take a little time, bulk up a little bit on the reserves, add some, cans of soup, canned foods, canned meat, tuna, fish, vegetables, all this stuff. If you went out and spent, $50 this weekend, it's better than having absolutely nothing. How many people right now wish they could just have a can of soup? And do you have the extra propane? Do you have the jet boils? Do you have the Coleman stoves? Do you have extra firewood? Do you have a way to heat this stuff up? Can you even make a simple cup of coffee? Most people could not. And again, I cannot believe that people who are stranded, many people are just stranded at their homes. Their homes were not washed away, but they're stranded because they cannot get out to the stores to get food. And it's been what, about a week now, roughly? And many people just didn't even have a week's worth of food. Most people don't even have 2-3 days worth of food and water when it comes down to it. So take this as a lesson, how quickly an emergency can happen, and how quickly people go hungry, and how quickly the criminals come out and start robbing. Now, I was watching a video today and I was reading an article. This truck driver came out and said that usually when there's a big storm, a tornado, a hurricane, that this is a big payday for truckers. And this truck driver came out and said that there's no loads on the load board, that they're not moving generators, they're not moving food, they're not moving military equipment, they're not moving aid. It's extremely slow. It says here in this article, if you can see that, conspiracy, question mark, trucker shocked to find no loads at all are scheduled to go within 125 miles of Asheville, North Carolina. I mean, he was pulling this up on his phone, verifying this on I believe it was a YouTube video. You can Google this, YouTube it, pretty easy to find. But why is this? I mean, this is very questionable. Why are there no loads scheduled to go within 125 miles of Asheville, North Carolina? Please comment down below on any of this. Have you been watching these videos? You're not going to see much on the news. Go to YouTube, go to social media, see what the boots on the ground are saying. The politicians are saying one thing. They're saying that things are fine, that people are doing well, that people are thankful for how good the service has been by the government. But the people are saying something quite opposite. Like, they're saying, where is the government? Where is the help? These people are paying taxes. They should get some type of help. So the boots on the ground, the citizens are saying one thing while the politicians are saying something else. You know, our tax dollars are going to finance wars thousands of miles away. They're going to, $5,000 debit cards for newcomers. They're going everywhere except for the American citizen who now needs help. I think about, we all know that FEMA is broke, right? And hurricane season goes till the end of November. What if California had an earthquake tomorrow, where I'm sitting at right now? Who's coming to save us? Apparently, absolutely nobody. If you're in California, and we've had a lot of earthquakes lately, but we're going to get a big one at some point. Hopefully, I'm not here when it happens. But who's coming to help California when we have a big one, when we have major damage? And we've had a couple big ones in the past. What happens when your city gets hit by a tornado or a hurricane or some other natural disaster or a major chemical explosion? Tim Kennedy, great UFC fighter, special forces guy, all over YouTube. I was watching a video a couple days ago where he came down to help people, and he tried to get a hotel room, and all the government workers are there in their hotel rooms. They're booked. They're all in hotels while the citizens are sleeping outside, in a tent or in their car. The hotels are booked by more government workers. This is absolutely frightening watching this. And I highly recommend, if you have nothing going on tonight, that you pull up some videos on YouTube, boots on the ground, people who are in these areas right now, showing you exactly what's going on, showing you that there's no help anywhere near them. And this looks worse than any movie I've ever seen. So take a few minutes and see with your own two eyes what is going on. Don't believe everything you're hearing from your politicians or the news. Watch some of these videos on social media, on YouTube. Check it out. I was at Costco today, and while we're walking around, I noticed that people they looked extremely angry. I have no idea why. The toilet paper is back on the shelves, but people are, they don't get out of your way. They're extremely slow. They have angry faces. You can just tell that people are reaching a point that if this economy doesn't turn around soon, that a lot of people are going to be in very, very big trouble. But I'm thinking, walking around this Costco today, looking at the mugs on these mugs on people's faces, right? And of course, most people are completely out of shape, very obese. This is not to criticize or judge. I want everybody to get in the best shape of their life, but I'm being observant. People walk extremely slow. Nobody has any manners to say, excuse me, or can I get out of your way? They have very, very angry mugs. They're just angry. And look, I probably can't blame them. They're under a lot of stress, financial. But I just look at people. Are these people really prepared to deal with tough times? Are they prepared to deal with an emergency? God forbid anything happens out here. By the way, 113 degrees as I make this video today. I mean, we're in October at 113 degrees. But a lot of angry people out there. You can see it on the faces. These people would not last very long if we had a major earthquake out here and they didn't have air conditioning. I mean, think about being 100 pounds overweight, 113 degrees with no food. It'd be a nightmare. Get yourself in shape, ladies and gentlemen. Get yourself in shape. I want everybody to prosper, and I want people to be able to get through the tough times that are coming. You don't want to be 100 pounds, 150 pounds, 200 pounds overweight. You don't want to be 50 pounds overweight. You want to be able to move. You want to be able to protect yourself. You want to be able to take care of yourself, and you want to live a long life. You're not going to do it 100 pounds overweight. FEMA issues warning on false Helene rumors, launches response page. Here's the government. We're the government. We're here to help. You better get worried when you hear that, ladies and gentlemen, because that's the last thing they're doing from what I can see is helping people. Do you believe anything at this point that they're telling you? Do you believe any of it? I've lost all trust and hope. Didn't have much to begin with, but I've lost it all at this point. I believe the people that are there helping other people. I don't believe the system who's been lying to us for years and who's lying to us right now about what is happening in these areas. We're the government. We're here to help. If you believe that, I feel extremely sorry for you. South Carolina, hero pilot threatened with arrest by local bureaucrats while rescuing flood victims. Talked about this yesterday. If you're flying a helicopter, an airplane, dropping off food, rescuing people, they're threatening you in North Carolina and probably other states. But from what I'd watched on the past videos, this was prevalent in North Carolina. They were threatening to take their pilot's licenses away if they continued to fly and help people. What do you think about this, ladies and gentlemen? Why are they threatening pilots? Where are these huge helicopters, these huge military helicopters that we see, on the news all the time overseas, and they're dropping food, they're dropping generators, parachuting troops in, dropping off trucks, heavy equipment, the big 850 earth movers, the big cats. Where's all the equipment? Where's all this military and all this military equipment that we're spending $900 billion a year on? Where is it? It's unbelievable. Now we have another problem. I was reading this today on CNBC. Storm brewing in Gulf of Mexico could intensify into a hurricane threatening Florida. So they're saying that possibly next week or the next week or two, there could be another hurricane hitting Florida, and then that could reach over into Georgia, and then we have another disaster. FEMA's broke already. Now we're talking about another hurricane. And look, we're going to get a big earthquake here in California at some point, and I guess we're out of money. So if we have a big earthquake and there's big fires and the freeway I-10 breaks apart and they can't get food in, don't rely on helicopters to fly in and drop off food here to the desert, Coachella Valley, because it's just not going to happen. You're on your own, ladies and gentlemen. You're on your own. Hurricane Helene exposes a deep betrayal of America, theburningplatform.com. People are trying to survive under unimaginable conditions. Helene tore through 10 states, and now people have found that they are on their own. Been talking about this for years, ladies and gentlemen. You knew this. You've been talking about it, that you will be on your own. Now, when we have a financial collapse in America, you will be on your own. Nobody is coming to help you. A natural disaster, man-made disaster, you name it, nobody's coming to help you. The help that is coming will be from individuals, nonprofit groups. That's where the help is coming right now. And and heaven forbid, if something happened out here, I'm not expecting the system to come help me. It's going to be individuals and nonprofits, God willing. But I got to ask you all a question. Please comment down below. Where's Hollywood? Where are all these big movie stars, flexing the cash? Where are the millions of dollars flowing in from Hollywood? Where is Hollywood? Where are the millions of dollars? Where are they? Where are they? Where are the churches? I haven't seen a whole lot of churches out there, and I'm sure that there's some really good ones out there helping people. But where are the majority of churches? I don't hear the churches saying anything. I've been watching videos for 2 days on this at least, solid. I don't see a lot of churches out there doing much. Not to say again that there aren't exceptions and that there's some good churches out there, I'm sure. But the majority of churches are not doing a damn thing. Where's your government? They're not doing a damn thing. Thousands of people right now are missing. A lot of people have lost their lives. And you have been sold out. You've been sold out by Hollywood, you've been sold out by your churches, and you've been sold out by the system. You better all wake up real quick and smell the coffee. You're on your own right now. You are on your own right now. This economy is going to go into a very, very serious depression, worse than the Great Depression in 1929. Things are getting extremely bad right now financially. You start adding on these type of disasters, then you have real serious trouble. But the country's broke. FEMA is broke. I mean, obviously we have money to send all over the rest of the world, and which is going to continue to collapse the US dollar, continue to create more inflation, and put more pressure on every household here in America. Be preparing while you can, ladies and gentlemen. Be buying real things with the monopoly money that you have right now. Wall Street Journal. Homeowners hit by Helene are in for insurance claim shock. This on the Wall Street Journal. Much of the shortfall will be home insurance policies don't cover flooding. And most people don't have flood insurance, like most of these people. They're going to be completely wiped out. Policies have limits on interior water damage and exclusions for damage from wind-driven rain, exclusions for wind damage, higher deductibles, which could be in the tens of thousands of dollars. If you have a 3 to 5% deductible, $30, $40, $50,000 is your deductible. And most people don't have $400 saved up. After they pay Uncle Sam, after they pay all their bills, after they pay for food, they pay for utilities, they don't have anything left over. You think they're going to have $30, $40, $50,000 to pay a deductible? Good luck. Good luck. So get ready to pay more. It says here, earthquake insurance rates are set to increase right here in California. So they're going to increase insurance for earthquakes here. So on top of your high utilities, on top of your high home insurance, property taxes, all that, get ready to pay more for earthquake insurance if you carry earthquake insurance. And I mean, some people are like, why even have it? Because there's so much small print with these policies. To some people, it's not even worth it at this point, because no matter what they pay, these insurance companies will never pay out. They're going to tie people up. I will close with this last article. Savannah Hernandez reports, first look inside Maine apartments where newcomers are getting free rent for up to 2 years. As I leave you today, there are people coming over here getting thousands of dollars on debit cards. 2 years free rent. And these poor people in Eastern Tennessee, North Carolina, the Southeast, will be lucky if they get $750. The people that get $750, those are the people in poverty, the people on EBT. If you had homeowners insurance, you're not eligible for the $750. If you make X amount of money, you're not eligible for the $750. And at the end of the day, what is $750 going to buy you? A TV? A couch? What's it going to buy you? This is an absolute, I don't even know what to call it at this point. I'm so repulsed. I'm furious watching these videos now daily of my fellow Americans of all colors, male, female, Democrat, Republican, independent, you name it, people suffering. This is not even political. This is right versus wrong. There's nothing political about just helping people, saving lives, making sure that people have a warm meal, somewhere warm to sleep tonight, that their families together. This is absolutely horrific, and people should be held severely accountable for what has happened. Lives are being lost. People are still in jeopardy tonight. There's still people out there lost. There's people coming out of the woods that haven't eaten in days, that are just coming out of the woods. They've been lost. They've been cut off. The roads have been cut off. There's been rivers they can't get across, and people are just wandering. I don't have an answer for this. Donate, to a good place. I've been talking about the last couple days, Appalachia's Homestead. Patera has a link down below in the description box of a charity that she vetted. That's where I'm donating. And even if you can donate $5 or $10, do it. It's sad that we have to donate, that the tax money that we pay into, the system that we pay into isn't over there writing checks for billions of dollars right now to help people. But we, the people who are struggling right now, are going to have to come up with $5, $10, $100, whatever it might be, because the system apparently doesn't have any money now. We kept hearing about this incredible economy, the booming economy, everything's doing great, the wealthiest nation. And we're too broke to help these people. I'm going to cut it off here right now. I don't want to rant. I'm really upset with what I'm watching. I care for all Americans. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what you believe in. I don't care where you live. What is being done to you is completely evil and wrong, and this better be corrected. And I hope every one of you watching this video tonight gets out and votes. And you vote for whoever you want to, but I think you know who you better vote for. You better vote. Otherwise, you're going to get what you deserve. Because when the day of reckoning comes to your city, in your town, when the tragedy, the disaster comes to your town, you're going to wish that you got off the couch and voted for the right person. God bless. Be safe out there. Have a good weekend. Bye.